Trigger warning. I'm going to talk about mental health. Again, I'm going to keep this unedited just to, because I can't be arsed. Feeling pretty shitty. This feeling that I just can't manage life, and honestly, I just kind of feel like breaking down. But I can't do that, or I don't want to do that. I got to teach in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, so I'll keep this brief. I don't know if anyone ever. I don't know if anyone else ever feels this way. But and I find it. So I have responsibilities, and I have things that I need to take care of. Because for me, we all have, I think, people or obligations that we need to meet, and we need to be strong for, whatever. And be it friends, family. For me, it's work. Because as an educator, I have students that rely on me, and in the past, I haven't been the best in terms of keeping up with that. And my students, they deserve more than that. They deserve better than that. And so I got to find ways to get through this. And therapy and advice from friends and all that. One of the things that they've said is, think about, this is all things must pass, and you'll get to the other side and you'll feel better and all that. The problem is I have my normal memory is shit, but my emotional memory is pretty much non-existent. I don't remember what it feels like when I'm in this place. I do not remember what it feels like to not be in this place. This place is fucking all-consuming. But there's distraction. But again, when you're in this place, it's very hard to distract yourself. And I got, said, 20 minutes minus 3 to pull myself together and make myself presentable to my students. So what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? I had something to say on that, and like I said, my memory's shit. So. Yeah, and I thought it was actually fairly useful and profound. Shit. Again, I don't know if anyone else experienced this, but when I'm in this place, it's hard to concentrate. It's hard to keep thoughts in my head. I'm trying to think of what it is I take comfort in during this time, and I just remember what I was going to say. What I take comfort in, by the way, just to finish that thought, is I'm not alone. I've got friends, and I know other folks. They tell themselves that they don't have friends, and they may not. But there are people in the world, if you reach out and through the interwebs or what have you, there are people out there who understand or empathize with what you're going through. But what keeps me going, or when I get into this place, is just letting out. Just I used to write. I used to write journals, and well, now my hands are a bit arthritic because of the fact that I have pretty horrible psoriasis. So it's kind of painful to actually write, particularly for any length of time. So yeah, I self-indulgently put together videos and put them out in the world, and put them out to the ether, just basically to, again, just kind of shout in the void. But it helps. It helps center myself, and it helps just to put things in perspective, I guess, and try to figure out what is important, and I don't know. It just helps. So yeah, I should probably, I don't know, figure out what I'm doing for this next class, and yeah, go teach it. It's the photometry of the Pleiades. It's basically, now I'm just rambling. Basically, it's cool. It's a way that astronomers are able to figure out how old stuff is. You take a cluster of stars. Stars are social creatures, and they're born in clusters, typically hundreds or even thousands or even millions of stars in one burst of star formation. And so by looking at these stars and figuring out what colors they are, you can determine essentially what types of stars they are. And we know that stars have evolved at different times. Big bright stars, they live bright, die young. And then you got the small red ones, which live on for pretty much ever. And depending on, basically how the stars in that cluster have evolved, you can determine the age of that cluster. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go tell my students. Hopefully in a little bit more technical language, but so yeah, I'm already feeling a little better. So I'm glad I did this. And yeah, as I like to say, no matter how dark it gets, we're all stardust. Alright, that's all I got time for, and really all I got to say. So, peace out.